So I've just opened the file, just looking at all the possibilities ahead of us. So I'm either thinking of continuing on the detailing here, or well, it's going to be detailing, it's just where? That's the question. Proxy Knight, hello, hello. Just like added detail here. Not a big deal. ANUBA looks sick. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's appreciated. So I'm gonna remove those inserts. I'm gonna place it back using the shift key so it's like equidistant to the border. And I'll just like average the other one that's kind of like was starting to get a bit squished, let's say. What am I listening to right now? Right now it's like a soundtrack of Donkey Kong music. I just really, really love well, most Donkey Kong songs, like the classic ones. Just trying to select two specific borders. They're a bit hard to get. Those two on the other side as well. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's all I was asking for. I think I preferred what I had before. All right, that's good. Hi Marco, I missed a few streams and I always impress myself to see the difference. Thank you. Ça va bien? Oui, oui, ça va bien, ça va très bien, merci. Okay, it's a little tubes there. There was this entire like inside of the body that was something else I wanted to tackle relatively soon. And there's still the entire armor pieces, so yeah, still like a bunch of work to do, of course. I think I'm gonna just, since the mesh is not really gonna change, I'm gonna prepare its final form. I'm gonna put it into a Z remesh. All right, select. Oh no, that's select by mask. Hide this part. Oops. There we go. There we go. Was forgetting the button. So both parts are separated. And delete this. Send this to another file. Remove Dynamesh. Duplicate. Z remesh at a good 5,000. Yeah. Quick question. Let's say that Chaos Mason was already established by someone else and you are an artist that want to become a character artist, but you don't know what you should start learning to qualify for a job at Chaos Mason. What would you do based on your experience? Well, it's funny because you're asking for my experience, but not my experience at the same time. Um, Wait, that's a bit hard to. You're an artist that wants to become a character artist, but you don't know where should start to qualify as a job for Chaos Man. It's pretty much like the same answer for like any industry, eh? Like you have to have like a good fundamentals of wait. What is happening? Jesus. All right. Oh, the outer rim is really not looking good, eh? I have lost like all of my let's try that again. I'll answer the question not too long. So yeah, base of an enemy is really important as a fundamental for sure. Making outfits is one of the things that outsourcing does the most. So knowing how to do clothing, you have to know. Knowing Marvelous is a great asset. Uh, Arts a little. You have to learn. You have to know a little bit of art surface for sure. I would say that doing human heads it's always good to know. It's not something that's like super important. I feel like a lot of the time it's handled in-house. So if you're talking about like Chaos Mason, for examples, it's not our majority of the things that we do. All right, so now we have a let's keep it in green so we can actually recognize it easily. And I guess yeah, let's work on integrating it with the rest. Oh, by the way, I there's a possibility that I need to leave earlier today. There's a possible meeting I have to keep an eye on. Trying to not trying to not get meetings on Tuesdays like this, but sometimes you can't. I think I always studied the studio you want to join and try to match their style is also one of the key thing. Yeah, exactly. If you trying to join Chaos Mason, it can be hard though, because like we have like a ton of styles and such. But yeah, no, that's extremely valid. Like I've been saying in the past, like if you want to work on Assassin's Creed, make sure you have you know, a couple of pieces of Assassin's Creed in your things, that sort of stuff. So basically, anatomy, clothes, and costume, some hard surface modeling, texture, and optimization. Well, it's sure that you. Sorry, for me it was obvious. That's why I didn't mention it. But you absolutely need to have knowledge in retopolization and texturing as well. It's really hard to hire somebody that does not do the actual technical parts of what it is to make a video game. So yeah. Otherwise, like you kind of like fall in the category of concept artist, and then it's like a whole bunch of like other stuff you need to know as well. Yeah, what's up? Me and you as a bunga. Hey, Fernando. What thing kind of reminds me of Doom Guy? Cool. I love Doom, so this is, I'll take it as a compliment. Mm, 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 mm. What I need to what I need to apply to Chaos Mason. I saw a guy in my country who works for you guys. Um, yeah, it's true. I just answered the question right above. By the way, if you've missed any of the videos or that sort of stuff, just a reminder right away that like we archive everything on YouTube, so you can always just um, take check the link that's under the screen right now, and you'll find the our YouTube channel, and from there you can check our streams. There's also a bunch of like small tutorials or clips there as well. All right. By the way, there's we've just we're gonna announce a sale relatively soon. The the prices are still are currently already in sales mode. Like we've reduced the prices for all of our resin kits. We're trying to push them out. So yeah, if you like resin kits or things of that nature, we're selling some. And by resin kit, like I mean like little statues of our characters. We have the wasp, we have the mosquito, and the rocker bust still available. Yeah, there's a curve to it that I don't like. That's what I've been trying to get rid of. Hello, sir. Love to see you. I have a question if you don't mind. I'm new to this. Yeah, absolutely. It's the place to ask questions. By the way, I find the shorts on YouTube are really, really good and informative, so props to the editor and the social team. Cool. Awesome. I'm happy you're saying that. It's like a nice resume of like what's happening on the streams. There you go, it's a bit cleaner like this. Probably missing a few greebles though, a few details. Should load a couple in here. Thanks. Question is, I'm modeling a character, simple Fortnite style, to learn, stylized. I don't know if I should model the concept first on blocking with Dynamesh and then rebuild it over with nice topology, loops, etc. I saw on the internet, or keep the mesh modeler that looks nice on viewport, but not putting attention to loops. Uh, it's a I'm not exactly sure what is your concern. I can try to answer with that for sure though. If you're trying to make a character like Fortnite, I suggest you still do a blocking. Do something, don't mind the topology at all with the blocking. Don't even mind the topology when it comes to the high res either. The only time you should actually matter the topology really is when you do the in-game asset, which is the retopology, the low mesh, however you want to call it. Yeah. So when you're doing the blocking and stuff, just try to go as fast as possible when you're doing the high res. You don't need to think about loops. You can retopologize your mesh maybe with Z remesh so that like the results might be a bit cleaner, but don't go like thinking that like you need to have like something super clean in terms of the mesh even at the high res stage. It's all the topology really matters when you come to the the low mesh state. Just checking the questions again. Can you explain, please, why you move between projects in ZBrush for the same model? Or is it you isolate parts to work on them to bring them to the main project file? If you're talking about when I actually took that piece to make the Z remesh, it's simply because I knew I wanted to do a reprojection, and reprojections are sensitive to what's currently visible in your viewport. So instead of like putting everything at like visibility 0 and then having to put it back, especially that not everything is on, and it would be hard to sort out. Just like cloning it to another file just to do a reprojection is the quickest solution. I hope this answers your question. Hey, are you ready for the Elden Ring DLC? Hell yeah, I am. Hell fucking yeah. I guess, for example, in your green chest hard surface, they rebuilt it again piece by piece, separated again. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Do you have a special brush for alpha? A few, the ones that I loaded. You guys got it. I just went to model because I like that. I don't want to work on game industry. Okay. But if you want to do like a nice texture work, you might also need to find like a way to retopologize quickly, which it so happens we have a tutorial called Mother on our store. Like at the bottom of the screen, you can find the page for the chaosmasons.com. On our store, we have some of those tutorials to teach like how to render without really having going through all the like sometimes boring retopology and game asset ready aspects. I might need to subdivide this mesh even more. That's the part that's cool about like when we're done with creating all of like the fundamental meshes and everything. It's just a matter of going around the piece by piece of the character and just like adding stuff wherever your eye sees like it needs detail. I find that part kind of fun. It's like it is kind of like design oriented, and yeah, I really like that. That's why I'm also like more quiet because it's really like my design brain that's working, and when the design brain is working, it requires more processing in Marco's head. I think that's somewhat universal as well. Jimbish, am I going to print it? Yeah, I would like it. I would like it. The industry of like of prints resin kit or whatever is it's a bit recovering right now. Um, it's been hurt by like COVID and import prices, export that sort of stuff, right? So like my last batch when I did the mantis and the mosquito didn't sell as well, so it's a bit risky to go around and sell stuff like that right now. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to see. How much RAM do you need for projects like this? I have 64. What is the weird polygon on the stomach with 3 white parts? I don't know what you mean. But it takes so fucking long, Cedric, especially with sci-fi. Sorry, why are you talking to Cedric? I don't know what you mean. What is so fucking long? She's the only insectoid with belly button. Yeah, kind of. A lot of things that I model is inspired by like just like anatomical shapes, which is why I have a very organic feel to what I do. To go piece to go by to go piece by piece like that is such a complex asset. I meant to say, Marco. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't want to do that, you can always just work on more simple things for sure. What I mean is there a part on the stomach. What I mean is there is a part on the stomach with white paint. When you go into poly view, it gets highlighted by some weird line. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't see. I don't know what you mean. Feeling lots of Metal Gear vibes? Yeah, well, I don't have a single reference of Metal Gear right now on my side, but after years of playing that game, there has to be some that just seeps in unwelcomed. Well, unwelcomed. No, they're welcomed, but they're unconscious. Same with Evangelion, let's say. I think that influenced me so much that I don't even like have to have references of that to kind of like put some in my work. Jambish, the part in the middle of the belly, her abs, with the red and gray color. Yep. I'm sorry, I kind of lost track of what we're talking about anyway. Sorry. Like, I know the part you're talking about, I don't know what about it. A little bit of detailing, and we'll be done for the intersection part, interstice in the middle kind of thing. when you did this subtool and view it in poly, when I saw a line around the white color, just trying to figure out what is that, but no area to look for it in the previous stream. Okay, good. To be honest, I still have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry. Looks so fucking good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Started to put like a little detail in there. Oops, that's not the right subtool. Not much resolution left on that. Just like doing a subtle pass of texturing here. Just to add like some elements that are not exactly the same poly paint. Should be good. Okay, I think we're we're done with that part. So I think that we should, okay, so okay, let me try again. Let's remove everything that is like absolutely not finished. So if we just take this here and we just look at the front, not the back. The parts that we need to complete are, this is not fully finished, this is not fully finished, this here, this here, this here, this here. And yeah, I'll consider that part of the neck. Is there a part, another part that is not complete? Add a few details on this too. Yeah, I think everything that's colored right now, we can comfortably say that it's finished. At the very least, it is complete enough to move forward. What brush do you use to make flat surfaces? I'm using flatten. No, I use H polish. It's a mix of smoothing correctly, making your plane obvious at first during the blocking stage, and using H polish to block them. You should look some of our previous streams. There are some about this subject. Hey yo, first time tapping in. Your art is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, yeah, this here. Okay, so this part here, this is another part that we're going to Z remesh, so we're gonna separate it here. We're gonna mask the part of it we don't want. Gonna hide it. There we go. In few manipulation, we delete what we don't want. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna highlight the borders, kind of like blur them out, polish just the borders so it's clean, clean, clean. Duplicate this into a, let's say, 3000 piece thing, and oh, cannot Z remesh. Why? Fix mesh. Nope, not done mesh. Z remesh. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, let's take a little bit of water. Yep, there's a hole in the mesh. Let's a close hole. Let's take this and let's group, auto group. There you go. And back with the others. Just gonna place a few details here and there. Okay, all right. So this part here, yeah. Last time with this part, I don't know what's caught in my throat now. Definitely, there's something. And we're gonna redo that detail. Last time I just like placed it as a placeholder. I didn't know if I was going to change that piece again, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to do the Z remesh yet, but yeah, now it's fairly obvious that we're not gonna really do any changes to it. And if there is, we can always adjust it. Oop, wrong one. There we go. A lot of these parts that I'm doing right now are starting, even if they're on the front of the character, they're kind of like in camera angles that I'm not really going to go for during the renders. So like I can absolutely take that in consideration when it comes to detailing or polishing. The clay brush is always good for creating bevels. Just like straight up clay brush. That's what I would consider like a trick, because it's not like if the clay brush was meant for that. It just ends up being a good tool that I discovered or that somebody showed me. So that will just slap a few alphas on this one. Vacation Chang. For someone who has no imagination like me, where do you get inspiration for blocking shapes? Um, well, like I said earlier, a lot of inspiration comes from my knowledge of anatomy, and of course, it derives from there a lot. But I have a very organic style, so I do take into account my knowledge of anatomy for a lot of these the decision making of design. Otherwise, I'd say that like shape language and that sort of stuff. This is something that is it's particularly like stuff that I see on the internet that looks interesting. Sometimes like video games that I play, and I'm like, ooh, like the aesthetic, the style of that thing is pleasing. But there's a lot of of studying that comes with it. The same way you would study like a subject if you try to replicate something, studying like an art, like a visual design is something by itself, right? You can study it, figure out like what are the recurrent shapes, forms, that sort of stuff. So to really understand it and apply it, you kind of like need to study it a little bit or practice it so much that it actually like seeps in unconsciously. And when you get good at it, it just comes like naturally. Um, Anything you practice for a long time at some point just comes naturally. It doesn't mean that it's like perfect necessarily, but it comes naturally at the very least. You can always improve it. You can always like find new things. But like right now, this character, I'm kind of like half-half, just like repeating everything that I've repeated all the time, and half like trying to elevate things a little bit, make them relatively new, that sort of stuff. New to me, at the very least, I mean. that part here is so crammed in that my brush is kind of like not reacting correctly. Hey Marco, I need to rotate a mechanical piece like you used to do using the cylinder technique in rotating based on the center as you showed in Zebra Summit 10 years ago. Do you have a newer method since Gizmo is now unique? No, I just use the same kind of thing, I'd say. Appreciate your response. Thank you. No problem. It's my pleasure. I think once I'm done with this piece here, I think I'm gonna call it done for today, since I have other pressing matters. All right, that's clean. So clean is one thing, but detailed is another. All right, that's cool. But no, I'm looking at your art station that you have models for Fortnite. I wanted to ask you if you only make the HD model, or are you also the person who makes the low mesh baked topology for the client? Yes, we do. We do everything for the client of the character art pipeline and more. Now, in my company, people that make the high res make also like the low res and everything. You're responsible for everything. We like that the artist can show at the end his work and be able to say that he's done everything. Okay, I think that's done for the internal part. So we did a lot of the internal parts, like modeling in between the plates, I would call it. So just a reminder, everything that is green right now is not finished, not totally finished. Some of it is like almost finished. But once we're done with this, which is going to be mainly just like placing details or doing more or less what I've been doing right now, we're going to be done with the front of the character, so we'll be able to do quickly the back. The back is not going to be a super important part, and the only thing that's going to be left after that is the limbs. The limbs of the character. So legs are going to be complex. Arms as well. The arms are going to be duplicated for the arms at the back. So, but yeah, it's going to look good. Hey, I haven't saved for the entire stream. Oh my god. Huh? We took a risk right there. All right, all right, all right. Cool. But those tasks are made for the same person, or you have people who make bake with topology. No, like I said, people do everything. All right. All right, all right, all right. Love him. Thanks for the stream. Hey, my pleasure. Keep up the amazing work. Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for the kind words. So yeah, I'm fairly done with like everything that was rushing me in the past months. So I think I should have like a relatively steady streaming schedule, I'd say. Maybe there's going to be some vacations here and there. We'll see. But yeah, I should be able to have like a steady stream schedule, and this means that next Tuesday I should be available like I am right now. So let's go and raid someone and call it a day. Oops, I wrote it wrong. There we go. All right. So for everybody that was here, thanks for joining. Everybody new, check the links at the bottom of the screen. That's all the information to follow us everywhere. And yeah, so that's gonna be all. Take care, everyone.